como os digo, nuevo capítulo del God of War Ragnarok, también para la gente de YouTube. Vamos a seguir con la historia de Atreus.
I don't think we should talk about my father.
Not well, huh? Can't blame him. Between my ex-wife and my disgruntled former employee, he's not exactly getting an unbiased view. But you're curious, open-minded. That's important.
Ahí está el pueblo.
Carry on. Pretend I'm not here.
El
If I'm
pueblo
being
de
honest
Odin.
with you, Loki, you're lucky my offer still stands after you went and sprung Tyr. But I suppose spending time with him is punishment enough, isn't it? At least Mimir never lost his sense of humor. But look, that's all
A ver qué
behind us.
cuenta Odin.
I like to keep looking forward. Hey! I want them trained, not decapitated.
¿Qué es
Just
eso?
keep it
¿Son
below the
bichos?
neck,
¿Valquirias?
all right? Is that really what you do when I'm not here?
All, Father.
Queen Gná.
The Einherjar are ready for your blessings.
That's why I'm here, isn't
Qué
it?
raros son.
Guess there's a new Valkyrie queen.
Great soldiers.
Una nueva
these
Valkyrie Queen.
Einherjar, they tend to come out of Valhalla a little foggy. I do what I can for them, help them remember who they were in life. That's important, don't you think? A sense of identity.
Eso es importante, ¿no crees? Tener un sentido de identidad, de sentido a las cosas. Son como muy blancos, ¿no?
Hrothgar. Moon Thinafen. Worm. Moon Thinafen. Diana.
Sin violencia.
Okay, next up. The books. Good. Those are for him. I understand you're an avid reader. These are just a few things from my personal collection.
Thanks.
Jurgen, those better not be mushrooms I smell.
Listen, I appreciate your offer, but I'm really not sure what you're expecting from me.
Right now, you're just visiting, Loki. One step at a time. Steady there, Carl.
But with all respect, you need to know. I came to study, not to serve.
Another servant is the last thing I need. I need someone with drive, with curiosity, someone who'll take initiative. That looks good. Is that braised?
But why me? Is it because I'm half giant?
Big deal. So's Thor. Erlen, try to stay awake for me.
Okay, but...
Look, don't overthink it. I have a project I think you'll be interested in.
Un proyecto.
A major learning opportunity for both of us.
What about my family, my friends? I need to know nobody's gonna get hurt.
Why would I hurt anybody? A truce is all I've been asking for from the start, if you recall. Look, you're here now. Stop worrying.
Me está pidiendo una tregua porque Kratos se revienta,
Almost to your
cabrón.
room.
My room?
Yep, just over here. Feel free to come and go. Take what you need, poke around as you please. You're not my prisoner. And more importantly, I'm not your father.
All, Father, there's a situation that needs your attention.
Sif!
Coño,
you're
Sif.
welcoming our
¿Qué
new
pasa?
house guest. Say hello to Loki.
This is him. Here. In our home. How nice.
My diplomat. Everything all right in New Midgard?
The refugees are fine. The situation is with the dwarves. You know who is back.
Yeah, it's always something. Put those books down. We got another stop to make.
Sure.
Sif. Nueva entrada en el código.
Yeah. All right. I'm here. Where is he?
Just over there, All Father.
Era Sindri, ¿no? O Brock, me imagino. No,
It's
es...
been too long. What's the
Joder,
issue
no me
now?
sale el nombre, pero sí.
No issue at all
Durling.
if you're trying to build volatile death traps.
I approve these designs personally, and not all that recently, I might add. Did you just wake up with the urge to be a pain in my ass?
Yeah. Who's the kid? You training pickpockets?
You know what, Derlin? You reek of cheap mead, and that is by far your most endearing characteristic. Now listen up. It's me, your entire economy, speaking. I want you to know that I have confidence in you. Confidence you can deliver me these machines as promised,
¿Máquinas
on
pa' qué?
time, on budget, and of course,
Parece una catapulta, ¿no?
safely. The dwarves have never let me down, and they're not about to start now. Right? Good.
¿A dónde vamos, Odín? Otra vez con los cuervos.
Bureaucrats. Okay, son, I'm gonna let you catch your breath. When you're ready to get to work and start getting those answers, meet me in my study down the hall.
Pues ya, ¿no? Mejoro las armas y voy.
Oh, and help yourself to a change of clothes.
Odín. Después de las cosas terribles que he oído sobre Odín, no me esperaba que fuese tan respetuoso conmigo. En la cabaña, cuando me invitó a Asgard, y desde que estamos aquí, parecía realmente interesado en saber quién soy y qué pienso. Sé que no puedo confiar en él, pero es agradable que te escuchen. Me siento más seguro en su compañía de lo que pensaba. A ver qué respuestas puede darme. A ver qué hay por aquí. Armadura forjada por los... Ay, no, pero no cierres. Armadura forjada por los herreros de Asgard a la medida de Loki. Recoger.
Guess I could try this on. Has less mud on it anyway.
De eliminación del explorador, la habilidad de arco y invocaciones únicas tienen tiempo de reutilización reducidos.
Nice.
Recarga rúnica. Al matar a un enemigo con una flecha rúnica recuperas uno inmediatamente.
Whoa, I can use this.
Ya está. Y ahora abrimos el equipo. Armadura. Armadura. Uniforme Aesir. Accesorio. Recarga rúnica. De momento no. De momento no. Hola, Sif.
Whoa!
Ah, no.
Loki, right?
No es Sif.
Gotta say, the irony of this isn't lost on me. This was his room, you know?
His?
My brother's.
Your brother?
Modi?
Modi está muerto.
Ah, your brother. Really? I had no idea.
Uh-huh. And now it's yours. Enjoy. Fruthdóttir. Relax. You've got some pretty small shoes to fill.
¿Qué pintas lleva, tío?
We're better off without him, Loki. Trust me.
Truth se llama.
Walk with me.
Don't forget your sword.
Someone will clean that up.
Es como el Mjolnir, ¿no? Que solo lo puede levantar Thor.
So, what kind of sword is that?
It's new. One of a kind. My father gave it to me for Valkyrie training.
You're in Valkyrie training?
Got time to talk about it? I was just heading to the Great Hall. But if you need to go to work, Grandfather's study is just down those stairs.
Probablemente con el Padre Supremo en su estudio cuando esté listo.
Fair enough. Come say hi when you're back. Catch you later.
Yes, I understand. Yes. Do you see me nodding and saying, yes, I understand? Uh-huh. Yes? Yes, all right. Mm-hmm. You see, this is you not letting me talk. No, Hugin. I don't need my ears cleaned.
No, pero a mí no es
Stop
saber acerca de
croaking
Horror.
and accept the answer you know I'm about to give.
I was just looking at this.
That old thing. I've had that since... Huh. Who can remember?
¿Me va a dar una espada?
Ingrid.
Really?
Sure, why not? Take it, if you like it that much.
Ingrid.
For real?
Consider it a perk of the job.
Thank you. I mean, really.
And they say I'm the bad guy. Come on, let's walk.
Si eres the bad guy, no mientas.
You're welcome.
Camina con Odín.
Everyone's got me all wrong. You think war drives me, or power, wealth? Nah, never have. You know what drives me? What I really want? I want answers. Same as you. See, mortals have it easy. When they push up against life's big questions, they can look to us to give them meaning, divine comfort. We both know that's a sham. But when we have questions, why are we here? To give meaning to mortals while living without it ourselves? No. We're more than that. And I found something that proves it.
Ok. Demuéstralo.
What is it?
It's what drives me. You feel it, don't you?
Feels like knowledge. Truth.
All truth. All the answers. We could find out why we're here, learn how to change our fates, stop Ragnarok for good, maybe. Save the people we love.
How?
I was a young god when I found it. Spent lifetimes studying it, following every clue down every dead end, looking for and finally unearthing this.
¿Qué es eso?
You see that? It shares the same mystical energy.
Parece una máscara, ¿no?
It opened a crack. Can we just look inside?
I wouldn't recommend that.
What's the broken mask for?
You recognize any writing on it?
These aren't from the Nine Realms. Smolder. Obsidian Spitha. From smoldered earth and obsidian spark, and a field of battles never fought.
Are you certain? Because if that's a clue, I know what it means.
And what's that?
Keep working with me and find out. You don't have to kill anyone. You don't have to betray your father or yourself. Come on, I know you felt what I felt. The answers are in there. Let's get them. I mean, you translated this language like it was nothing.
If I do help you,
Ya me está usando de esclavo el tío este.
Door! Get down here.
All, Father.
Don't do that. What's next is chasing this down. Take this. And this stealthy side of beef.
Que voy a ir con Thor, ¿en
See where it
serio?
takes you.
Qué pereza, ¿no?
I don't promise anything.
Nonsense. Happy hunting. And you, go easy on him, you hear me?
¿Dónde estamos? Más Pelheim.
The rest of the mask is here?
De cabeza al fuego.
It's where All Father dropped us. What do you think? Just take that and do your damn job.
So, where are we going?
How the fuck am I supposed to know? Allfather thinks that you know what you're doing, so do it.
Pulsa para equipar máscara. La máscara está en sintonía con el objetivo de Atreus y emitirá la luz cuando siga el camino correcto.
Weird. Well, it seems like we go through this rock. I was gonna get that.
With those arms? Let's see what Loki and that shiny toothpick.
Durata! Whoa, Ingrid! Nice move!
Slow going, man.
We could maybe help.
Puto Thor no ayuda en nada, ¿no? Vale. ¡Herba oca!
Where are we supposed to head now?
I'll check.
Vale, la máscara.
Up there. It looks like there might be a ledge we could reach. If we...
Too slow.
Hey! Ah! You can't just grab people like that.
Oh, what else are they gonna do? Throw you? The day's young.
A ver esto. Bueno.
Kid! There's things up there hitting us with fire. Use your bow already. Use the arrow.
Espera, la espada.
You know, I took my blood payment from your father for what happened to my sons. But I haven't taken it from you. Yet.
What do you mean?
Later. I don't want to keep
¿Que quieres pelear conmigo, qué, Thor?
Speaking of which, mask.
Right.
Ves para allá.
We need to head through those rocks. Hey, can you...
Mira, dale, martillitos.
Yeah, that.
Just imagine what it can do to bone.
You want to talk about blood payment? What about the giants you killed? They were my family. Thamor, Ronan, they were your people too.
The giants were blight on the Nine Realms, and I reveled in every single one of their deaths.
Let's just change the subject. You know, last time Father and I were here, we beat every one of Surtur's trials. Think you could...
Don't play me.
Vale, ¿y cómo paso yo?
Alka!
¿Cómo paso yo? Vale. Coño, con el martillo pesado.
Modi had some problems, but he was my son. And the only reason you aren't mush right now is because of that broken piece of wood.
Look! Clearly neither of us can do this mission alone. And I want to impress the Allfather just as much as you do. You don't have to like me, but we're gonna have to trust each other. Just a little bit.
Trust, huh?
Ok. Bueno, de momento Thor mi amigo lo va a ser, la verdad.
Good form overall, but not aggressive enough in my opinion.
You're more than welcome to step it up.
This is me trusting you.
Pilla. Coño, ¿y ese pavo?
I need a bigger challenge.
Vaya la que le estoy dando entre la espada y el lobo, ¿sabes? Máscara.
Okay, so where's the mask saying to go?
Vaya.
Hey, kid, where's the mask pointing us?
Por aquí. La máscara de la peli señala por aquí.
The mask is, pulling this way. We'll have to find some way down.
Sure thing.
¿Dónde está Thor?
I wasn't playing you, by the way. The trials are fun. Don't you ever have fun? You're so different from your daughter. She seemed...
Hey, come look at this.
¿Qué pasa?
Thor, what the... Wait, Surtur's shrine.
You didn't die over there, did you?
Tierra baja fundida.
No, but I was thinking...
Well, that's your problem.
¿Qué pasa con los saltos?
The trials are just past that cliff. Might be something you and Thu could do together. Helga!
That's right. Just try it.
You getting tired?
Not in the slightest.
Helga! An
Mierda.
ogre!
You worried?
Not in the slightest. Helga! Another ogre? Okay. Maybe a little worried. Can I get some help here?
Since we're short on time, I'll humor you. This one's yours. Neat trick.
Vale. Este ogro estaba a mitad de la vida más o menos. Le damos con la espada. Está bastante cerca de ser aturdido, creo, ¿eh? Vaya hostia, me acaba de dar. Muerto. Falta uno, ¿no? Ah, no, está muerto. Vale, guay.
The Allfather's waited hundreds of winters. He can wait a little more. It's fun.
Fine. Stay right here.
Yes, sir.
Invoca halcones espectrales y caen en picado hacia los enemigos. Igual eso es mejor que la cabra, ¿no? A ver. Igual eso es mejor que la cabra, ¿no? Tiene pinta. Me lo pongo. Eso es mejor que la cabra 100 veces, yo creo. ¿Dónde está este pavo? ¿Dónde está el puto Thor?
That should keep him busy for a while. Hopefully.
Investiga el santuario de Surt.
Give me a challenge.
Investiga el santuario de Surt.
Now to get to that shrine.
¿Es esto o qué es? No, por aquí no se puede entrar, ¿no? O es más para abajo.
Thor's still busy. I should get to that shrine.
¿Dónde es, tío? Por aquí, ¿no? Tampoco había mucho camino, la verdad.
Hey, Ingrid. Do you trust the Aesir? I mean, I know I can't trust them. I just need them to trust me. But that's only gonna happen if they think I trust them. Yeah.
Bueno, tengo una espada que no sé si se fía de mí. Para arriba.
My father and I visited this place the last time we were in Muspelheim. Feels like forever ago.
Dinero. Un cofre abierto. Y dinero. Esto por aquí. Esto por aquí. No, hay que volver para abajo, yo creo. Vale. Y estamos aquí.
There's the shrine.
El santuario. Aquí hay enemigos, ¿no? Tiene pinta. Sí.
Can't you guys go fight Thor or something? Where are these things coming from?
Vale, fuera. 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 Ok, esto es un... No puedo abrir aquí todavía. Pensaba que era típico... ¿Cómo se dice? Santuario de estos que es un mural, pero no. ¿Y esto qué es?
Alka!
Vale, mira, me lo he cargado. Abro esto. Y abro esto. Voz inquietante.
Ingrid?
You know, for someone who was trained as a warrior, you are
Coño, ¿qué hace
tragically easy
aquí?
to startle.
I didn't.
¿Qué
What are
haces
you
tú
doing
aquí?
here?
A girl can't visit a shrine of her own volition?
You're here for Sorter's marble.
Maybe.
you're out looking for more giant marbles? You know what this looks like, right?
Like the life story of one of our people?
And also maybe a storage closet.
No. This looks an awful lot like Defying Destiny.
The question is, what are you doing here?
Rewriting my story.
La máscara es que literal la de la peli de la máscara, ¿eh?
It's not. Well, he did, but it's not. I'm not working within. I would never tell him anything about Ironwood if that's what you're worried about. And I'm definitely not serving him.
It's prophecy's words, not mine. I've got a marble to find.
Ah, yo también puedo hacer eso.
You're welcome to help if you want.
Fine. But are you sure you're up for breaking the rules like this? There aren't any prophecies of you collecting any marbles.
Our endings haven't been written, right? Come on. Shale.
A ver qué hay aquí.
Oh, hello there. A sentient sword. Huh. Another marble. Surtur's. No soul in it, though.
So he's still out there somewhere. A while back, you talked about how the giants left. You ever think about them?
All the time. They're far from here. Far from Odin and Thor. But I wonder what lands they've gone to. What seas they've crossed. Why?
I want to find them. I'm gonna save my father, and then I'll find them.
Bien dicho.
It's starting. Who is that?
Not Surtur, that's for sure. Look at all that frost.
Sinmara.
Don't think I've heard of her before. And here comes Surtur.
Wow. This must have been some fight.
Yeah, until it... wasn't?
They just stalked?
Oh, no. Look, it's because they fought together.
Looks like they even became friends.
Bueno, amigos.
Good friends.
Amigos,
Are
novios.
they?
Yeah. I think they are.
Oh, well that's... good for them.
But it looks like their... love caused them to combine into some kind of huge creature.
Ragnarok.
And then...
Ragnarok destroys Asgard.
Uf, qué ganas de reventar
I saw
Asgard,
that in
tío.
Grove's shrine.
Well, that was... something. Oh, hey, remember the snake we put that soul in?
Can't really forget that.
I saw it. It's getting bigger. Like, faster than normal bigger.
Yeah, I had a feeling that would happen.
Huh. I'm gonna hang back here. Don't want your, friend to see a giant he missed.
Of course. Just be careful.
Bueno, pero entonces ¿para qué has venido?
You too, Loki.
Explícame tú para qué has venido.
Hey, Ingrid.
Reanuda la búsqueda del fragmento de
I
máscara.
think Thor died from...
You thought you could defeat the god of thunder?
Oh.
Qué pesado el puto Thor, tío. Tiene que aguantarlo todo el puto día. Qué pereza. A ver, Thor, ¿dónde coño estás?
Of course.
I admit, that was fun. There were mountains of corpses by the time I finished, cut down like the lava ran red with their blood.
Me cago en...
Great. You want to help down here?
Wouldn't think you'd need my help if you beat all those trials. Or did you just watch your father?
A ver esos pajaritos.
Hey, what's taking so long?
A ver, estoy yo solo contra los bichos. Podrías ayudarme tú un rato. Dios de la mierda. Ya me habéis cabreado.
You wouldn't believe the scores of these things I just killed. It was glorious. I think you're right. Thrud would love. She'd be faring better than you, at least.
Cago en la madre que te parió. Mierda. Muere de una puta vez, coño. Nivel 5, lol. Se están chetando demasiado, ¿no? Gracias, Cora.
You could have done that at any time.
You seem to be handling yourself well enough. I was trusting you.
Qué cabrón.
So, where to?
Let me check. Looks like we need to head through that gate. Thor?
Ain't that impressive? Real gods.
Que sí, que eres muy
You
bueno,
are
cállate.
You're damn right.
And so am I.
Que eres muy bueno, sí, cállate. Adelante.
It's here. This is the spot.
Well, where is it? In the lava?
I don't know.
¿Lava es lava en inglés? ¿En serio? Coño.
No! Ah! Damn it!
Some advice. Sticking your hand in lava is never gonna feel
¿Pero de qué es esa máscara,
I
tío?
wasn't thinking.
good. It's better that way. All right, let's get out of here. Oh. Loki, don't try to play me again. You're an okay kid. But you're still a giant, and I'll revel in killing you too.
Qué pesado matar a todo el mundo.
What did you do? Loki. The rift got brighter. Look, you did it.
Look, one of these phrases is complete now. We can read it all.
But you can't translate it.
Not yet.
See, I got a little theory. I think if we can find the rest of this, we can use it to look into that without, you know, losing an eye or worse. Look at this. We make a good team. Don't we? Don't we? Make a good damn team?
Just like you and Baldur.
You both behave out there?
Ojo.
Thor was really great. I learned a lot from him.
You learned something from him? Really now? Okay. What did you teach the kid?
Nothing. What could I possibly teach him?
Exactly.
Joder, vaya padre.
I was wondering where that went. Actually, I had a pretty good idea. Change of heart.
¿De qué?
I'm not really sure why I came to Asgard. But I realize now it wasn't to be a spy. I need you to know you can trust me. And if I'm gonna help you take this to the end, I need to be able to trust you.
And trust is earned. I get it. Take this. Figure out the rest of it. If you're staying, that is.
You're gonna tell me what you're really looking for in there.
Translate that, and I'll tell you everything. And on that, young man, you can trust me.
Es que vaya pinta que me lleva el Odín con el gorro, el parche. Vuelve al cuarto de Atreus. Mira, aquí hay un cofre. Hostia, es un cofre tocho. Una piedra lunar resplandeciente que fluctúa con el poder rúnico. Ok. ¿Dónde está mi cuarto, by the way? Está por aquí.
Come along, Hugin.
Está por aquí. Muchísimo dinero, eh. Tiene que estar por aquí, ¿no? Porque por aquí es donde me encontraba esta señora antes.
Hey, you're back. How was it? Did Father behave himself?
Yeah, I mean, better than I would have expected, I guess.
Is that the sword from Grandfather's study?
Oh, yeah. Her name's Ingrid.
Hi, Ingrid. Wow. Allfather must really trust you. Well, glad you survived your first day.
Hey, me too.
Tomorrow, we talk about Valkyries.
Venga, dale.
Definitely.
Perfecto. Mañana hablamos de las Valquirias. Ya me cuentas. Un abracito.
Well, this has been a weird day. Exactly. Huh. Nicely equipped. What needs work?
Arco de Aesir. Vale. Arco apropiado para un príncipe de Asgard. Había algo más, no me ha dado tiempo a mirarlo. Objetos especiales había.
Huh. Nicely equipped. What
Fortaleza.
needs work?
Vale. Fortalecimiento temerario. Lanzamiento de runa grabada. Vale, lanzamiento de runa grabada. Nivel 3. Y ahora debería mirarme las habilidades. Armadura, accesorios. No, eso está bien. Habilidades. 6.000 de experiencia, o sea, me puedo comprar casi todo, yo creo. Vale. 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 ¿Qué más? No puedo tener más nada ahora mismo. Ok. A dormirla. Me hace mucha gracia la máscara, tío. Parece literalmente lo de la peli de la máscara, pero total. ¿Se la va a poner o qué? Al cuchillo de su padre. Igual le puede encontrar por el cuchillo, ¿no? O algo así. Míralo. Soy Kratos ahora. La transición ha sido brutal. Brutal transition.
Good morning, brother. No news, I'm afraid.
I have a plan.
Do you now?
The Norns. You found them once. Could you do so again?
Las nornas.
I could try, but I don't see how that would
They
help.
are the fates of these lands, are they not? I would know what they know,
You may not find them cooperative.
as long as I find them. Where do we search?
Midgard. But if Atreus is in Asgard, there's no getting him back without an army. We should be raising one.
Yes, nothing like a catastrophic war to improve the
Ay,
situation.
Tyr, de verdad que pesa con la paz. Cállate.
The boy seems quite capable. Perhaps if you simply give him some time.
You are not free of blame here. You encouraged his foolishness, his confusion. I do not seek war. But if Odin has stolen my son, do not doubt the lengths I will
Bien
go
dicho.
to.
Your nature has always been clear, Kratos. But you, Freya. War is a first resort. That's not the Freya I knew. I hope the Norns can give you the counsel you need. Perhaps mine is no longer of use here.
Y se hace el
Tyr,
ofendidito.
stop. This is no time to
Ofendidito.
divide ourselves further. Come, sit, please.
You have been quiet.
Frankly, I'm surprised you, of all people, would seek out fate. But your instincts haven't let us down so far. Let's find the Norns.
Grande Mimir. La palabra del destino.
Who am I to offer him counsel? I only hoped to help the boy find his answers. And I failed. What's my role in all this now?
Tyr, you're at the center of this. You always have been. That's why Odin imprisoned you in the first place. He's terrified of you.
I doubt that very much.
It's the truth. And not just because of prophecies. No one has ever united the realms as you once did.
That is not who I am anymore.
I know you feel that way now. I've lost myself before. More than once, but believe me, there is something beyond that.
And what is that?
Purpose. Purpose is the path that leads you to yourself.
So you would have me accept my fate? Lead your armies into war, secure your vengeance.
If securing our justice is not your purpose, then find another. For your own sake.
Sí, joder, que es muy pesado con no pelear. Pelea de una puta vez y cállate. Restos de bestia 10. Hacha leviatán no se puede mejorar. Empuñadura o pomo de picadero. Pomo de la suerte. Esto yo creo, ¿no? Madera petrificada 2 de 5. Me cago en la puta. Ok, espada del caos. No puedo. Pudo. No se puede. No puedo mejorar nada, ¿eh? Objetos especiales. Honor de Midgard. Honor de Valheim. Accesorios. Nada. Recursos. Y la resurrección. Vender. Blasones familiares. Vamos a mirar esto. Freya tiene algo. Vale. Habilidades, no tengo experiencia. Digamos.
Hang on! I got something for you.
Ah, sí.
Sindri!
Coming!
Before you go traipsing off into the dawn, I thought you'd like to have this.
Oh, el escudo bueno. Lo quiero, lo quiero.
Well, don't go getting too cheery about it. But you're welcome.
I've collected what we need to find the Norns. Shall we go?
Obvio. Escudo que regaló a Kratos su amada Laufey, redimido por los justos. Póntelo, pero ya. El bueno. Ay, pero me baja el rúnico, qué putada. Nada, no me lo puedo poner. No me lo puedo poner, que es peor escudo.
I suspect we may have consequences to look forward to.
¿Dónde vamos? Midgard, la palabra del destino. Aquí va a haber hostias como panes.
We are certain Atreus could not still be in Midgard.
I was just there and found no trace. If Odin invited him, he must have provided a way.
No, that is not the only explanation. Tell me where we find these Norns.
I discovered some of their threads near the frozen lake. I stashed one for spellcrafting, but we may also use it to find them. Just remember, they really don't want to be found.
Well, at least things will be difficult for a change.
O sea, son como las tres brujas estas de Hércules y
We should
tal,
take
¿no?
your sled and head to the lake.
Deberíamos coger tu trineo. Ve a la perrera por los lobos. Ojo.
Midgard. How I've missed the freezing gusts and constant raider attacks.
Well, that's because they believe Kratos is responsible for Fimbulwinter, and that killing him will end it.
Where would they get an idea like that?
From me, of course.
Of course.
Come.
Qué guapo los putos lobos, tío.
Quiet. She is a friend. Now.
Better they get this from you.
Mis lobos los mejores.
Once the wolves have the scent of the Norns, we'll just need to follow their lead.
I will open the gate.
Vamos al lío.
Stop whining.
Their fur is matted. When did you last brush them?
They are wolves.
And matted fur leads to disease. Take care of them and they'll take care of you.
Joder, qué pereza, Freya. Voy a poner a cepillar el pelo de los lobos ahora.
Brother, what exactly do you intend to ask the Norns?
How I may find my son. Nothing more.
You don't imagine it's a chance to clear up all this mess about prophecy? Perhaps get a second opinion on your alleged demise.
You didn't tell me you had a death prophecy?
When Atreus and I reached Jotunheim, we found a hidden mural. The giants, Faye herself, had foreseen our entire journey long ago. Who we would meet, who we would fight. All of it, as it happened.
But you aren't dead.
That image was from a time yet to come.
I see. You've never struck me as someone who fears death.
No
That's
temo a
not
la
the
muerte.
problem, is it?
No. Death can have me when it earns me.
Then maybe it's not the future that bothers you. Faye sent you on your journey, and she made sure you'd see that image at the end of it. And you're still not sure why.
I wish to speak of this no further.
Que no quiero que muera
Now that
Kratos,
we are
coño.
on the lake, how will we find the Norns?
Watch the wolves closely. See how their heads point the way?
Los hocicos de los lobos tienen la dirección de un rastro. La vida de la emoción
Well,
aumenta.
the Lake of Nine has certainly seen better days. raiders have made themselves quite at home. Not sure I've been back to these parts since our great battle with Sigrun.
She speaks highly of that fight as well.
You know of that?
She told me all about it when she found me. She believed you could be an ally. Long before I believed it.
The Valkyrie Queen. An ally.
I'm the
Valkyria.
Queen, as Sigrun was stubbornly determined to remind me.
I should have guessed it was Sigrun helping you recover yourself. She's so loyal. Why? Clever. Oh.
Doesn't take a love goddess to see where you're coming from.
Vale, hemos llegado. Vale.
Quiet.
I just hope the Norns are somewhere indoors and warm. Safe to say, no, I have not missed Midgard in Fimbulwinter. Thank you.
We will see soon enough.
Tumba del Rey. Vamos allá. Dale, Freya.
On your guard, Kratos!
Pam, 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 pam. Pam, 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 pam. Pam, 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 pam.
Watch your right!
Hola.
Right side, brother!
Vamos a hablarlo, ¿no? Muere. ¿Te mueres? Mono. Mono. Mono pesado. La hostia me ha dado. Pam, 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 pam. Pam, 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 pam. Onda vital. Oh. Hostia. Dios, qué hostia. No me mates, por favor. Seamos amigos. No ha hecho nada, tío. No hace nada, tío. ¡Oh! ¡Uy, qué caramelito que está aturdido! Puño, 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 puño.
Last one.
Último enemigo. Hola. ¿Cree usted en Dios? Muerto.
The way forward is magically sealed.
The hilt of a sword.
Brother, I know that sword hilt. Tread carefully.
¿Qué es esa espada?
You of all people know how weapons can carry ghosts.
¿Me va a salir un boss?
If it does not help us find the Nords,
Empuñadura de la
we can wait.
espada del rey Horf. Es inútil en su estado actual.
Let's keep looking. This way.
Vale.
I feel a
Abrimos
trace
esto.
of their illusions here. I can try to dispel it.
Acero enano.
Open up.
Abre el portal. Miramos a ver qué hay aquí. Aquí hay una de estos para irse a casa. Aquí hay un de estos
There's
para abrir
nothing here.
camino.
A false trail.
I'm afraid so. We'll have to see what else the wolves can find.
Typical Nornish mischief.
They know we're searching. I warned you they wouldn't make it easy.
And what's the hilt of a cursed king have to do with any of it?
Distraction? Coincidence? Who knows? I suppose they'd say we were fated to find it.
Vale, vamos a buscar los lobos. Sigue rastreando las nornas. Y esta vuelta que acabo de dar de gratis. 70, 60, 50, 40, 30. Van a estar aquí los lobos.
This thread of fate we are tracing.
It's not somebody's life, if that's what you mean. The Norns use it to mark their way when they're outside of the well.
The Norns live in a well.
No. The Well of Earth, their home, is hard to explain. It's in no fixed place. Entrances come and go. A place wholly under their influence, where the intangible becomes tangible.
No ladran, ¿no?
Like
Por aquí no es.
being inside your own mind.
Por ahí hay algo. Voy
But
a
if we
ir un
go in
momento ahí.
together, are we in each other's minds?
Hold. The wolves are distracted.
Kratos, a raider encampment.
Shall we take care of them,
Escondite.
brother?
Hombre, sí, sí. Ya que estamos reventando toda esta peña. No sé qué hay nadie aquí, pero vamos. ¿Qué es esto? ¿No? Madre mía, la que le he metido a ese.
Changing arrows.
Toma. Dios, es que la hacha mete muchísimo, ¿eh? Se ha prendido fuego a sí mismo. Muerto. Se prende en fuego a sí mismo. ¿Qué cojones?
Enemies to your left.
Vale, vale. Dios. ¿Cómo mete el puto hacha, tío?
Fire at your back.
Oh, oh, oh. Que me muero, 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 bueno. Que muero, que muero, que muero.
Down.
Que muero. ¿Me puedes dejar en paz, por favor? Vale, uno menos, me curo. No es cura eso. Joder, tiene ni una puta cura, ¿qué pasa? No, no te bugues que te mato. Gracias.
Suspect that's all of them.
These were coal raiders. Infamous for
Eating wolves. Atreus and I rescued ours from...
¿Por comer lobos, hijos de puta?
That was kind of you.
No
The
comáis
coal
lobos.
raiders have been a blight on this land. The way they've abused its creatures.
No comáis
Perhaps we
lobos
should
que os
do
mato.
something about them.
Mira. ¡Oh! Mira, me han dado un ataque rúnico fuerte, coño. Qué buena. Ira del tártaro.
You, brother. If the Norns know the future, no doubt they'll expect us to show up a bit later.
Qué buena, tío. Vale, esto es un cofre de estos tochos. Vamos a ver si encontramos la combinación. Vamos a ver si encontramos algo por aquí para abrirlo. Tampoco es muy grande la cueva, o sea que debería ser fácil. Tampoco es muy grande la cueva. Total, que debería ser fácil, A ver, Freya, que estás en medio, por favor. ¿Esto no puedo interactuar o qué? ¿Qué es esto? Una explosión. ¿Será para esto? A ver. Es que esto no sé qué es, tío. Sí, tiene pinta, ¿no? Nada. Por aquí nada. Por aquí nada. Por aquí nada. Por aquí nada. Tía, ¿y dónde están? Ah, mira esto. Vale. Ahí está uno. ¿Y el resto? A ver, cómo odio esta puta mierda, la verdad. Vale, 1 de 3. ¿Y el resto? Aquí que no se puede explotar esto. No, está ahí atrás y no puedo hacer esto. Todavía no tengo para hacer esto. Vale, entonces aquí no puedo. Esto no lo puedo conseguir todavía. Oído. Vale, si alargamos aquí. ¿Qué vamos buscando? Bueno, consigo un ataque rúnico así por la cara, está bien. Lobitos.
Mimir, have you encountered these Norns?
Not personally. Freya's right. They have ways of discouraging visitation. Odin made his share of efforts. Wouldn't talk about what he found. Either he gave up, or he wanted to forget what he saw. Freya, you mind telling us what you experienced when you sought the Norns last time?
To be honest, the details are hazy. Like waking up from a dream.
Es por aquí, porque es por donde ladran.
Mainly, I remember that nothing could be done to change my son's fate, which only made me more determined to try. How strange. I've never seen that building before.
Aye, very strange indeed. Let's take a closer look.
Es aquí, vale. Ok. Aquí hay una puerta y aquí hay un pavo. Onda vital. Onda vital 2. Joder, cómo mete este pavo, tío. Me ha dejado tiritando otra vez ya. Me ha dejado tiritando, tío. Y sin vida, tío. Ya, sí, behind you, pero no tengo vida, tío. Vale, queda este. Onda vital. Fuego. Muerto. Vale.
Wait. The shield that's blocking the entrance. It looks exactly like the one from Tyr's statue.
Brother, your fight with Thor must have scattered pieces of Tyr's statue all over the lake. Looks like the shield ended up lodged here. All this must have been hidden behind the ice until that shield smashed through it.
Joder, ¿y cómo congelo esto, tío? No puedo bloquear esa puerta, ¿no? Oh, allí. Vale, la veo. Pues no, no ha servido. No sirve para bloquear la puerta. ¿Y por qué no? Vale. Ahora sí.
Doesn't look like you can brute force it.
Puto puzzle de mierda. Joder, vaya polla que me estoy comiendo ahora mismo. No era el plan, pero bueno, si sirve. No era el plan, pero si sirve. Muerto. Más bichos.
That wisp is replicating.
Muerte. Morete. Hueso fortificado. La Freya está aquí. Aquí hay un camino. Me intriga bastante lo de abajo, porque la verdad que creo que se puede hacer, pero debería pensar cómo. Porque aquí hay un camino, tal. Aquí hay un cofre de los buenos. Debería haber alguna forma, ¿no? Y hay una C8. Hay una. Vale. Si estaba aquí el cofre, lo acabo de ver. Vale, una. La otra tiene que estar por aquí. Una puerta cerrada. ¿Por qué se suelta, tío? Bueno, malo. Vale. No, pues no es esto, tío. Tiene que ser otra cosa. Entonces tiene que ser al revés, ¿no? Ahora no va. ¿Por qué no va ahora? cago en... No hace nada, tío. Pero no era así esto. Yo juraría que era así. No. Yo juraría que era así, tío. ¿No era como así para que resistiese la magia? No recuerdo, tío. No quiero que te subas. No era algo así, tío. En plan, hacer esto, bajar esto, y ahora le meto aquí esto y esto. Lo baja igual. No va. No va. No va, tío.
Sigil arrows won't work on this.
Las flechas sí ya no funcionan con eso. ¿Pero me tengo que esperar o qué? Me tengo que esperar, ¿no? Pero todavía no lo puedo hacer, ¿no? Vale. Pues gracias por avisarme 7 horas después, la verdad. Venga, sigamos. ¿Y esto? ¿Cómo pasa por aquí? ¿Y qué hay que hacer entonces? Por ahí no se puede pasar. Guay, pero esto... ¿Qué hago con esto? Me tengo que bajar. ¿Y qué onda, tío? Ah, no he mirado si se abre la puerta de aquí, claro. Esto no lo he mirado. Seguramente sí, ¿no? ¿Cómo coño se abrirá esa puerta, tío? A ver qué hay por aquí. Pues claro, pues este lado no subí. Ok, hay un cofre ahí. Mira, está aquí. Perfecto. Vale. Hemos abierto este paso y ahora qué. Hemos abierto este paso y ahora qué. ¿Ahora qué? ¿Ahora qué?
Over there.
¿Allí dónde? Hay un rayo allí, ¿o qué es eso? Tiene pinta de que no es aquí, tío. Vale, por ahí no puedo ir.
Brother, what of your story? You faced the fates of your homeland, yeah? The legends I heard about the ghost of Sparta were surely exaggerated.
Hold. I hear something large.
Aquí hay algo.
Is that a frost troll? You won't be happy to see us.
Alka!
Madre mía, pisotoncito de cojones. Uy, que me había dado. No le he dado. Cuidado. Vale, cuidado. Veneno. Cuidado. Cuidado. Onda vital. Fallo. Fallo. Vale. Otra. Cuidado. Me mete una hostia. Me mete otra hostia. Me tengo que ir. Estoy a 0 de vida. Vale, si me mata me tengo que revivir, Pues le he quitado la mitad de la vida ya. Vale, me cargo la ira. Me quedan un par de toques para la ira. Paso rápido, paso rápido, paso rápido, paso rápido. Paso rápido. Me curo. Le meto. Vale, le meto otra. Le meto otra. Cuidado. Le meto otra. Me acerco, le meto una. Le tiro la hacha rápido. Tío, actívate la ira ya, por favor. Vamos. A reventarlo. Vale. Me cubro bastante. Le he metido una buena manta de hostias. Ahora voy con esto. Le meto fuego. Le meto esto también. Va a pegar. Cuidado. Le meto otra vez. Pega. Intenta pegar. Hace dos. Le pego. Le pego. Le pego. Le pego. Aplasta a Freya, pero a mí me da igual. Muerto. A mamar. Bueno. All right. Encantamiento de amuleto. Ok. ¿Dónde están mis perros? ¿Dónde están mis perras? Aquí no hay nada, ¿no? A ver, tienes el rayo ese por los huevos, ¿no? Me imagino. Vamos a ir al rayo a ver qué onda.
So, you believe the tales of my deeds are exaggerated?
Oh, not in the brazen bloodshed righteous fury part. The part where it said you travelled back in time itself to win a battle once lost. It's strange credulity, obviously. I mean, a rumour about Thor knocking the world serpent back in history from Ragnarok is one thing.
It is the truth. The threads of fate span all life and time. The Sisters of Fate abused their power. When I challenged them, they threatened to undo my existence. So I killed them and turned their power on Zeus.
That's the most dangerous and irresponsible thing I've ever heard. These Norns have no such magic, nor does anyone in these realms that I've ever
Bueno,
seen.
no lloréis
Ah,
tantos.
can you imagine? If it existed, Odin would have it. And if Odin had it, we'd be 5 shades more fucked than we are already.
I would not ask them to change the past, even if they could. I only want information.
And that's quite dangerous enough, in my experience.
A mierda del cuervo. Por aquí, ¿no?
Another coal raider camp.
Joder, macho.
We should do something about them.
Yo no quiero un campamento, quiero la puta misión, tío. Pero bueno, los mato, no pasa nada. No os preocupéis que yo los mato. Hola. Venían muy agresivos, amigo.
Fire from above!
Mira cómo flota.
Another rigger!
What's my... Toma, fuego. Fuego.
You're on fire, Kratos!
Que me quemo.
It will pass!
On your right!
Incoming fire!
¿Qué pasará? ¿Qué misterio habrá? ¿Aquí no había una vida? Sí. Entonces subo a matarte. Solucionado. Le bajo aquí y le digo, amigo. 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 Muévete.
That is all of them.
Vale. Tú aquí. Rastreo esto. Nada. Nada. Un cofrecito aquí. Una ira por aquí. Un tal por acá. Y nada más. Vale, bueno, vamos. Mira, un cofre. ¿Dónde coño debo ir, tío? Lingotas guardianas. Sangre por aquí. Mis lobos que están llorando.
Poor things. They can smell more danger.
The wolves fear that which can no longer hurt them.
The horrors of our past can be inextricable from the present. You have to understand that.
No sé dónde tengo que ir, la verdad. Me estoy dando una vuelta por aquí increíble, la verdad.
Freya, there's something I've always wanted to ask. What was it Hrimthur whispered to you?
Who?
Hrimthur, the son of Thormur, the stonemason, who disguised himself and built Asgard's walls.
Oh, yes. One of the many occasions Odin saw fit to involve me in a wager without my consent. I wish I could say that was the worst of his husbandly habits.
What wager?
I've told this story, brother.
And now she may tell her own. But enough of that for now.
Hola, buenas tardes. ¿Conoce usted a Dios?
Nasty hit!
Joder.
Right, brother! Thank you, Butcher!
Fire! Right side!
¿Este se muere?
Enemy
Se
behind you,
muere.
Kratos!
Se muere. Muerte también. Le meto a este.
Raider on the left!
Le meto a este. Ya, vaya leche me ha dado.
Incoming fire!
Muere. Joder, cómo metéis, tío. Muerto otra vez. Voy a tener que tomar la piedra de resucitar otra vez.
Watch the fire!
Vale.
Right side!
Vale. No puede tirar esto. Oye, no te quito nada, tío. Es increíble.
Fire behind you!
Muérete. ¿Más? Ah, solo que la gilipollas que tira fuego. Muere. Muere, coño. 3 de 4.
Now maybe the wolves will cease their whining.
3 de 4, regalo vikingo se ha iniciado. ¿Qué me dan?
Brother, I had a thought.
Regalo
What if we
vikingo.
took a stealthy approach to the next battle?
Si es con próximo combate, vamos en plan combate furtivo. Vale, nada. Nada. Pues tío, no sé, ¿eh? No sé dónde coño hay que ir. Que sí, deja de llorar.
I grow tired of your lack of empathy for your own wolves.
It's Demos, isn't it, brother?
I should not have told you, Demos.
You see yourself in these wolves, in their fear.
Let us keep moving.
A ver qué hay aquí abajo.
Search where you please. Just know this is not where the Norns are.
Los normas no están aquí. Joder. ¿De dónde coño están, tío?
Now, if we could get back to the story of Hrimthur, the stonemason's son. I was hoping to get Freya's version of what happened.
There isn't that much to tell. I knew nothing of it at first, surely because Odin didn't expect to lose the bet. A mysterious mason had to build the entire wall in 3 turns of the season.
No ladran, tío.
And if he was late, he'd be owed nothing.
Por
But
aquí
if he
ladran.
succeeded, he was promised an audience with the queen.
Enough. We will continue later.
Por aquí sí que ladran. Aquí hay algo.
Let's see. I feel something.
Vale, está dorado.
In this
Es por aquí.
Feel what exactly?
Another illusion. It's coming from this wall. The Norns are hiding something.
Por aquí hay algo.
Kratos, I feel the Norns over here.
Yo también siento que están por aquí, pero estoy buscando. No voy a subir por aquí. Vale. ¿Dónde estás, Freya?
Open up.
¿Qué? No hay
Nothing.
nada.
Another dead end.
Vuelve con los lobos y sigue rastreando. Me cago en las putas normas estas. ¡Hostia! Un momento, que me han pillado desprevenido, amigo. Fallo.
Enemies on the left!
¿Podemos hablar? Un momento. ¡Buah! Dios, qué hostia. Estoy muerto. I'm dead. La mítica de huir hasta que se me recargue la ira. Puede ser, ¿no? Puede ser la mítica, ¿no? Puede ser la mítica de... Uy, una vida. La mítica de que se me recargue la ira, ¿no? ¿Hay alguien más? My Little Pony, ¿te puedes estar quieto un momento? ¡Hostia! No, se me va la ira. Ahí la he cagado. Me muero. ¡Para quieto!
This is the last.
A mamarla el carnero. Hala, a chuparla.
That's all of them. You know, this search will only get more dangerous.
Then we keep looking.
Back to the wolves, then.
Vamos a mirar qué hay arriba.
What
Seguro
is
que hay
up
algo.
here?
I don't feel anything. It's not related to the Norns.
Seguro que el
Could be
campamento me
interesting enough
falta.
in its own right.
El campamento me falta será.
What's that outpost?
Coño,
Expanded my
Sindri.
inventory since we last spoke.
El puesto avanzado abandonado. A ver qué hay por aquí.
Thanks for collecting that.
Restos de bestia. Hacha leviatán no se puede mejorar. Pomo de no sé qué no se puede mejorar. Vale, el caos no se puede mejorar. Mango de no sé qué no se puede mejorar. Escudo de no sé qué. Ojo, escudo de estrellas destruidas se puede mejorar. Escudo del guardián. Que claro. Y este escudo es mejor, tío. Una putada, porque el otro es como el del juego, pero es que este es mejor porque tiene rúnico. Así que para adelante.
Cool. Their deaths will be painless. Ish.
Así que para adelante.
I'll disinfect my tools. Oh, got time to chat?
No, no. ¿Qué quieres? No, misión secundaria no.
You won't believe it, Mimir. This crest belongs to Fjotorlund.
Fjotorlund, you say? Yeah, that's where Sigrun was from.
La maldición de Sigrun. Uf, no, esto es una secundaria. Paso.
How may I help the Queen of the Valkyries?
Hello, Sindri.
Vale, sigamos. Vamos con los lobos. Aquí hay algo. Plata. Vamos con los lobos. Me mejora el escudo, que algo es. Me curo. Anda, mira, tenía esto para pegarle a los bichos. Me cago en la puta. Vale, a ver ahora. ¿Para dónde?
The wolves have picked up another trail. Keep following their heads.
Fíjate en la cabeza y sigue el rastro, ok.
Freya, can we return to your story of Hrimthur? You said if he built Asgard's wall in time, he was promised an audience with you.
Yes. Or so I learned one day when Odin burst into our bedchambers, raging and half drunk before noon, telling me to get dressed and go see what the mason wants.
Hold. We will finish later.
Por aquí tiene que ser, ¿no? Sí, ladran por aquí. Tiene que ser por aquí. Vale, lo tenemos.
This is the place.
Gracias, lobos. Hay un cofre aquí de CRN.
We need to work our way up. This way.
Vale, mira. Se encendió. La C la tenemos. Hay que subir por aquí. Ahí está la R. Como...
There. Can you cut a way through the ice?
Oh, are the Norns making magical ice walls now?
No. I think the water just froze.
No puedo llegar allí. Puedo llegar allí. Pero hay una forma de llegar. Vale. Ya investigaré cómo se llega. Porque saltar desde aquí ahí abajo no se puede. Ni de coña, ¿no? A ver. No se puede. Ole yo. Y ahora desde aquí hago así. Y hago así. Y hago así. Y van dos. Iban 2. Vale, y ahora como vuelvo a donde estaba. Si he podido bajar, tenía que poder subir, ¿no? No pasa nada, subo otra vez. Arriba. Arriba. Y ahí está la que falta. Vale, pues vamos a abrirlo, ¿no? A ver qué hay. Que esto es una mejora buena. ¿Dónde está el cofre? Aquí. A ver, que una manzana estaría bien para la vida. ¿Una de 3? Pensaba que llevaba... En plan que me tocaba ya mejorar. Me cago en la puta. Vaya decepción. Vale, estamos arriba. Y ahora por aquí... No. Ahora por... ¿Dónde? Por aquí. R2. Para adentro.
More of your friends.
Ay,
I
Dios,
didn't
qué
tell them
pereza.
to be here.
Above you! Incoming fire!
Toma, amigo. Un regalo.
Left side, brother! More raiders!
Vale, uno fuera. Otro fuera. Dios, cómo meto. Vale. Desaparece de mi vista, amigo.
I don't know what the Norns did to trick all these raiders into guarding them. Not that they have any idea that's what they're doing.
Vamos para arriba. Desaparece de mi vista. Que me molestas.
Freya, thank you for your help. I know this was not your focus.
The sooner we find your son, the sooner you'll be able to focus. I just hope it works.
Just the same, thank you.
A fine sentiment, but right on a bloody note when we're out of the cold, brother.
Puto mimir que borde. Hola, buenas tardes. ¿Cree usted en Dios? ¿En el dios de la guerra, concretamente? Si es así, suscríbase a Kratos, la nueva revista semanal que le trae lo mejor del dios de la guerra. Ah, que eres inmortal. Conmigo. No pasa nada. Yo te arreo igual, ¿vale? Aunque tú tengas vida infinita, yo te arreo igual, ¿vale? Vaya hostia. Ah, va. Sí, sí. Por supuesto. Toma. ¡Ah, qué fallo! ¿Mis espadas? Un momento, estoy matando a este tío, ¿vale? Ahora hablamos. Gracias. ¿Voy a morir o qué? Pregunto, ¿eh? ¿Qué puede ser? Si no, nada. Si no, estoy aquí 7 horas dándote con la espada hasta que te mueras.
Okay, I feel something. It's stronger this time. Over here. This way.
This way. Acero no. Plata. No sé qué. Por aquí. Abre, venga, por favor que sea el camino, ¿eh?
Open up.
Ahora sí que sé el camino.
We found it.
Ah, isn't it always the third place you look?
Literal, Mimir. Siempre es el tercer camino. Encuentra las nornas en el pozo de Urt.
Is everyone hearing that creepy whisper?
It is like an itch in the mind.
It means we've stepped into their domain. Be ready for anything.
Illusions.
Projections, possibly. But assume nothing. There's no telling what manner of creature they've made unwitting guards.
Pues va a sacar tremendo bicho aquí, ¿eh? Va a salir tremendo bicho aquí, yo creo. Va a salir tremendo bicho aquí. Aquí hay un cofre.
Kratos.
Fantasma de Esparta. Flagelo del Olimpo. Gilipollas máximo.
Cruel striker. Bringer of war. Weapon of the gods. Turned against his creators. He chases a redemption he knows he can never deserve. He cannot change.
Pero cómo va a dar si lo estaba aturdiendo. No, no me vas a dar con eso. Estoy cubierto. ¿Visto que estaba cubierto? Te lo he dicho. Dios. Un momento, pausa. ¡Ay! 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 ¡Qué bien! Tío, muérete de verdad. Pesa, pesa. No. No vas a hacer nada. No puedes. No se puede. You cannot pass. Tío, ¿en serio? Muérete. No me vas a matar. Me reviven. ¿Ves? Me reviven y te remato. El mundo es un lugar cruel en el que tú mueres y yo gano. ¿Has visto? Qué fácil y sencillo.
Are we in our own minds yet? He certainly seems real enough.
I hate to tell you, the parts in your mind will be real too.
Me voy a recargar la ira lo antes posible, por lo que puedo pasar. Voy a usarla. Madera petrificada. Recogemos el símbolo y seguimos. Joder, qué pesa. No, estos bichos no. Pesadilla. Ah, que anda. Madre mía la que te estoy metiendo. ¡Muere! Uf, qué a gusto me he quedado.
Almost looks familiar, but different. Like a confused memory.
A rather hostile memory at that.
These fates should know I will not be deterred.
Las Noira deberían saber que no me detendré. En dicho Kratos. Aquí he estado. Esto es lo del principio del juego, cuando Atreus. Por este puente de hielo, lo sé. ¿Y ese ciervo? ¿Qué cojones? Se mete el ciervo por el agujero. Ah, no, atraviesa. Reina de los Bani, reina de las Valquirias. Maestra de la magia. Bruja del bosque, Frick de Asgard. Destructora de aquella que ansiaba proteger. Me gusta ese título. Vale, se fuera. Me mete una tremenda hostia. Me meto otra tremenda hostia. Pero lo mata. Estoy un poco congelado, la verdad. Pero me cubro aquí. Y tan pancho. Ay, no, de verdad. ¿Tú quién eres? Eso va a empezar. ¿Tú quién eres? Hola, buenas tardes. Fallo. Soy una mierda. Los muertos. Siempre hay un tronco o algo para reventar a los enemigos y nunca lo uso, tío. Madera, no sé qué. Aquí hay un cofre que tengo que saber cómo llegar. Ay, Dios, no lo puedo creer. No, un brujo no, que me da mucha pereza. El brujo no, que me da mucha pereza, por favor.
Let me guess. I'm a long-winded know-it-all and I cannot change? See? You forgot smartest man alive.
Me congela este bicho, tío. Dios, qué hostia me has dado. Muerta. Aparición de gel, no sé qué. Bla, bla, bla. Bla, 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 bla. Ahí mi cofre. Plata y plata.
Well, certainly clinks like genuine hack silver.
Vamos para arriba.
I suppose there's one small consolation to this ordeal.
Al menos ya lo
At
tenemos que
least we won't have
presentar,
to introduce ourselves.
Don't credit your reputation, Mimir. They see the whole lives of any who approach them.
Vale, estamos aquí.
What is that?
No me jodas, que... No.
Rogue magic! Aim for the runic core!
Bloody
Y me
hell,
da,
look
tío.
at that
Está
thing.
la polla, está la polla.
Now, attack the rune!
No, de cerca no se lo puede pegar.
Now, attack the rune! Done!
¡Oh! ¡Oh! ¡Méjame! ¡Ah! No le he dado con la espada, le he dado con la pierna. Me cago en todo. Vamos, 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 Betty, vamos, Betty, vamos, Betty, vamos, Betty. Dios, déjame joder la marrana. Te queda un toque. Venga ya, me da. Uy, qué fallo.
Give yourself an opening. Don't waste it.
Attack the spring!
Que sí, que me la estoy cargando, cállate. Vale. No, pégale a él. ¿Dónde está? ¿Te mueres? Por favor. Fallo. Tío, ¿por qué me da eso ahora, tío? Si antes no me daba. Me he equivocado de ataque. Me he equivocado de ataque. Me he equivocado de ataque. Que cuando me de esto me pongo nervioso, que empiezo a fallar cosas que no tendría que fallar. Tío, ¿lo puedes aturdir, por favor? O es demasiado pedir que lo aturdas. Media. ¡Atúrdelo, tío! Ahora, coño. Cuidado. ¿Te puedes morir? Por favor, muérete. De verdad, te quedan 2 toques. Muérete. Nunca te he pedido nada. Muérete. ¡Ay, fallo! ¡Qué una mierda! ¡No! Me he equivocado. Muerto, ¿no? O le queda un toque. Le queda un toque. Muerte, anda. Muerte, anda. Que te mueras, coño. Hala, apañado.
Well, yet another gift of Fimbulwinter, I suppose.
The magic draining out of all of us has to end.
Mejora del arma, ole. Vale, se une a la espada del caos, no sé qué. Fragmento de amuleto, no sé qué. Como ha costado, Está pegando lo que le apetece. Ahora mismo está haciendo lo que le apetece al Kratos. O sea, yo no estaba dando al círculo y él estaba haciendo ese ataque porque le apetecía. Él lo ha decidido.
The Norns are somewhere in that cave just ahead.
Ok. Esto por aquí. Madera de no sé qué. Vamos a ver si puedo mejorarme algo antes de meterme al lío. 5000 de experiencia. Yo creo que está bastante bien. Pero ya tiene 2000. Paz del caos. Amplía destrozo caótico. Leviatán. Distancia. Bueno, algo mejorado. Bajamos.
There's that itchy sound again. Normally, I don't mind ladies whispering in my ear, but this is positively irksome.
Anyone ever tell you that you babble when you're terrified?
Terrified? I'll have you know I'm at the very most deeply apprehensive. And breaking tension with humor is the
¿Va a ser un megaboss o qué va a ser esto, tío?
How very dare you! Babbling!
Tiene pinta, ¿no? Un megaboss.
A door.
Oh, that looks official.
Con el cincel, ¿no? Vale. ¿Baldur?
My boy.
No.
Baldur, listen to me, please.
No puede ser que se haga Baldur para pelear contra él. Me pega un tiro.
You are not welcome here. Wait! Baldur, come back!
Que sí, que sí.
am so sick of your constant meddling!
What you did to me.
What you did to me! Selfish witch!
It won't stop. Tearing you right behind.
Tenéis hasta los cojones y os voy a dar de hostias para que me dejéis de tocar la polla. ¿A ver, coño?
You will not harm him! Nobody harms my boy! But me! No!
Freya! Brother, over here! Come get me! I want none of this!
¿Qué coño hace en el árbol otra vez este tipo?
Mimir! Secret? Brother, hold off!
Why did you never turn on Odin?
But I did! I tried to stop him any way I could!
¿Pero y ese bicho?
The day he put you in that tree! You saw his favor! You thwarted his war! You watched him mistreat everyone and everything! And you never gave a damn until he turned on you!
I know, Sigrid. It's true. All of it. But for love of you, I became a better man. A counselor for peace. An ally to all those who...
Were you an ally to Freya in his suffering? To Skadi? To Groa? Or to Tanya? No! You all took the side of the powerful then!
¿Pero cuántos son?
Brother, watch out. There's more of them.
Even now, you see a violent god in need and you can't...
Está de coña, ¿cómo me ha matado esta peña, tío? ¿Cómo me ha matado esta peña, tío? Dios, le arrancó una puta ala. Dios. Es muy buena.
No. Of course. You
Es
did
muy
what you
bueno.
must.
Es muy bueno.
Brother, the tree! It's pulling me in!
Mimir!
Mother, help me! Monster!
Atreus! I am coming!
Pero ¿y este pavo ahora? ¿Tú quién?
Why didn't you trust your own son?
Don't let him take me!
Atreus!
¿Cuántos son, tío?
I'm scared!
Why wouldn't you see him the way he wants to be seen?
Me bugueo aquí en la puta pared esa de mierda, tío. La puta niebla de mierda, tío. No jodas. Se me van a matar por una puta niebla que es mentira, tío. Jodas, tío. Sí, cállate. Muere. Pero ¿cuántos soy? Por favor, qué pereza.
I am here!
Me estoy un toque, tío. No sé ni dónde tengo la hacha ahora mismo. ¿Más? ¿Más? A ver, me gustaría que no fuese tan exagerado esto, pero bueno. Si ustedes consideran que tiene que ser así, me matan. ¡Joder! Espero que seas el último, amigo. O estoy hasta los cojones ahora mismo. Sí, es el último. Menos mal. Madre mía, tío.
Oh, Father, help me! He's a monster!
I think it's over. Did we pass the test?
Didn't feel much like succeeding.
I see the door has disappeared.
Or it was never there.
They toy with us still. What is that?
A kelpie. Don't see many of those in these parts.
She must be theirs.
Will she take us to them?
I'll ask her. Nicely. Easy, girl. Easy.
Qué guapo, tío.
That's right. Good.
Care to talk about whatever the Norns put you through?
No.
¿Me montas, por favor?
Get on.
That's a good lass. Lovely creatures, but temperamental by reputation. In my land, they'd keep children away from the lochs by telling them a kelpie would drown them. Of course, no kelpie I know would do such a thing. Unless it was disrespected.
It walks on water.
Aye. No mystical water steeds to speak of in Greece, brother?
There were the hippocamps. They served the sea god. I battled one upon a titan.
That might not be her favorite subject.
Hostia, el caballo. Bueno. Doping. Qué guapísimo eso. Hola. Kelpie.
We're here.
Fate's own hideaway. Never doubted we'd make it.
Qué guapo lo de los hilos, tío. A ver, pero esto es más griego que nórdico, ¿no?
Kratos, Freya, and Mimir's head.
O tiene su... ¿cómo se dice? Su equivalente nórdico.
Tentatively. They have finally reached their destination. Kratos speaks first.
I seek my son.
Qué gilipollas.
You know the child is in Asgard. No, you seek what all who search for us seek. To know the ending to your story.
The ghost of Sparta furrows his brow menacingly. He resists the urge to grunt. Oh, he fails.
You come to us, piteous archetypes, seeking freedom from your scripts, as if knowing your lines would grant you the power to rewrite them.
Speak plain.
Ay, Dios, qué pesada la niña.
You will die, Kratos of Sparta.
Ya, si eso lo lleva Destino otro juego, que voy a morir.
But you called him the destroyer of fate. There must be a way to subvert destiny.
There is no destiny, Puck.
The protagonists are speechless. They do not understand.
There is no grand design, no script. Only the choices you make. That your choices are so predictable merely make us seem prescient.
When my son was born, shut up!
¿Puedo matar, o sea, puedo matar solo a la enana? ¿A la jovencita? Las otras me dan
Your
igual.
prophecy said he would die a needless death.
And he did. Because you could not let him go. Because he thirsted for revenge. And because you kill gods.
But what Kratos did, it was not out of hate.
Should I bring him a crown then? He still slays gods, but now he's sad about it? You are the sum of your choices, nothing more. And because your choices never change, you will learn that Heimdall intends to kill your son in Asgard, and you will do what you do best. And then Ragnarok.
The skies burn, the curtains fall. Exunt omnes.
No pinta mal, o sea, pinta
Again,
mal.
he misses the point.
Focusing on the second act to the exclusion of the final. A common mistake in storycraft.
We are leaving.
He stomps away, followed closely by Freya.
I enjoyed your story, Kratos. Pity it has to end so soon.
Mi pobre Kratos, que toca pelotas, las putas brujas estas, tío.
Well, that was educational.
Tu historia está llegando al final. Uf, qué duro esto. Pues nada, chicos, lo vamos a dejar aquí por hoy. Como bien han dicho las normas, la historia está llegando al final. Veremos cuánto más se alarga. Esperemos que tenga un final como se merece. Nos vemos el próximo día y en el siguiente directo. Adiós, amigos.